Hello, good morning. Our live video is starting. Hello, good morning. I think we're live, but I'm not real sure. Oh, there we go.
There.
And begin.
There it is.
And
All
begin.
right.
Continue. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, indeed. Hopefully you're awake from Cinco de Drinko from yesterday.
Did you have a margarita?
I did not have a margarita.
I didn't either.
It was very upsetting.
Yeah, I felt like I really let this country,
Yeah.
I don't know, down.
I was hoping somebody, you know who you are, would drop by and stop and give me a margarita, but that somebody did not stop and give me a margarita, so.
Is that somebody, your wife?
That is not my somebody to drop and give me a
I was
margarita.
like she seems like super pregs. Like,
No, that is not her.
oh, is it Tyler?
That may be the one.
Yeah, okay, that makes way more sense. I was like,
no.
this doesn't seem right.
No.
So, guys, what's up? I'm Casey, one of your hosts today.
I'm Jacob.
We are in it to win it. We're feeling good because we didn't drink margaritas yesterday.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's okay.
There's always tonight.
That's
There's
right.
always tonight. Mavs game tonight, Stars game tomorrow, Mavs game the next day. I mean,
All kinds of activities
if
happening.
you like sports, this is the best time to be alive.
Sports.
What's up, everybody? Popping on the IG at Forge Valley Fitness. What's up? What's up, guys? Where are you from? Where's Forge Valley Fitness? And CF Ruiz? I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know how to say your name, but
What's
cool.
up?
Alicia. What up, gangster?
All right. Let's get into it. We're talking about eating healthy on a budget. I say healthy because it's relative. If I eat half a donut, it's not that bad. If I drink 17 bottles of water in a row, I'm probably going to drown myself to death. So that's where healthy is relative. But anyways, healthy eating, budget, grocery shopping, etc.
Yes.
Let's get into this.
Yeah, so it's funny because I am a, how do you say, somewhat bougie eater. Okay, like food quality is important to me. I don't want to eat stuff that is, what's up, Chris? I don't want to eat stuff that looks like crap and tastes like crap. You eat pieces for breakfast? So it's just kind of funny, like eating meal prep and preparing all of your food every week. It feels expensive whenever you go to the store.
Yep.
But really, when you go out to eat,
Oh, man.
it's like a week of groceries.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
my God.
crazy.
I still remember one of the very first times my wife and I went to go meal prep shopping together because she had never done it. And we spent like $150 on groceries, and like she freaked out. And so then I just broke it down. Okay, hey, we went to these 3 restaurants these 3 days in a row. We averaged $40 a meal, and that was 3 meals.
Yeah.
That's $120.
Yeah.
So once I broke it down like that, she was like, oh, so if we break down $150 worth of groceries into almost 21 meals for the entire week, we're saving ourselves like triple the amount of money or whatever it is.
So
Yeah.
the cool thing about meal prepping too, and like buying in bulk, if you will, like, you know, enough food for half the week or a week is that you can kind of figure out, like just now, like literally before the show, sitting here talking with Emily, hey, how much chicken do we need this week? How much veggies? What do you want to do? And then we're like, okay, well, I need 6 of these meals. I want 6 ounces of meat per meal. So we're figuring out, okay, how much do I need to actually buy? So if you can kind of get that little system going before you even go to the store, it really saves, because I would either overbuy, or worse, I think, was underbuying, because you're like, oh
So much
crap,
worse.
now I don't have enough food to get
Yeah.
through the freaking week.
So now you are going to go eat the Cane's or the pizza or whatever it is.
The Mexican food.
Oh, my goodness. So much.
Fajitas.
Yeah, it's right next door.
100%.
Literally, like that wall right there that you see, there's just,
That's not where I would go.
that's chips and salsa just waiting right there.
Okay, so that sounds so
Goodness. Anyways, you're saving money by preparing in advance to think about what groceries you're going to get. I mean, it's a significant difference in going and getting your food somewhere every day versus you prepping it all in advance, or at least having it at the house. Like, so much money saved just by doing that.
So how much money do you and Chelsea, and well, let me ask this question really quick. How many meals do you guys prep? Like, not, I know you guys cook your dinner usually fresh, but you still consider that into your meal prep.
It is meal prep.
So do you guys each take lunches every day?
Yep.
Do you meal prep for 5 days?
So we meal prep for 6 whole days.
Me too.
Because Saturday night, Sunday lunch, and Sunday dinner are the 3 meals that we don't really prep.
Yeah.
So that's still 18 out of our 21 meals that are meal prepped in advance. So we have 6 days worth of meal prep, essentially. We each have different breakfasts, different lunches, but we eat the same thing together for dinner. Now, portion size is obviously
That's why I was curious
different.
how much it costs for you guys in
totally
a week.
Separate. Okay.
Like,
so
for the 2 of you.
So a typical, if we're not talking about like, hey, we need some kind of cleaning supplies or
just
toilet
food.
paper, just food, it's probably about $120 a week.
Okay.
Which is I think pretty good. I mean, when we're talking about balling on a budget, we're balling on a budget. And not only is it $120, but at that same point of us saving a lot of money by not going out to eat, I'm also making sure that all that food is within the calorie and macro range of what I need for my physical and health goals. So it's a double whammy. I'm saving money and I'm getting healthier all at the exact same time.
So one thing that I love is that I'm not a Costco member, but I'm an Instacart member. And when you have Instacart, you can shop at Costco.
Yep.
Hack.
Yep.
So it's great, and they deliver it. Yep. So I don't even have to go and deal with the whole thing and getting sidetracked and like, oh yeah, I need this huge thing of chips or whatever. Like you lose that whenever you shop online. Granted, the one thing that I hate is sometimes they don't replace an item or they replace it with something like, if they replace my almond milk again with Silk, the almond breeze, I'm going to lose my mind. So, like there's some little things like that, but Instacart's been a huge, basically like game changer for me because I don't like going to the grocery store. I don't enjoy it. It seems, I don't want to look around at stuff. I'm not getting creative with ideas when I'm in there. I'm just basically PO'd the whole time. Like, this is such a waste of time.
Or if you're like a multiple place person, like
Instacart,
I'm a multiple place person. Like, I get most meats from Costco because their meat selection with the price is
and it's
where
bulk,
it's at.
right?
Yeah.
Like they have
you get a good amount for the price, and typically. Yeah, you may be even getting 2 weeks worth for the same as 1 week's worth somewhere else. So then you could just freeze it. So I get most meat stuff from Costco. And then we'll stop somewhere else for like the produce or anything else fresh that we need for that week. And then if there's a third thing that for some reason we need it, I'm not going to go to 3 grocery stores. I'm just not going to do it. So that's where like the Instacart or there's all these different food services that can deliver
Amazon,
your groceries to you.
Whatever.
Like that excuse doesn't work anymore. You literally don't even have to leave the house if you don't want to get all your groceries. So price wise, you're going to save yourself a lot of money and a lot of time if you want to buy all your groceries in one sitting and not even have to go to the grocery store, which is awesome.
Yeah. So there is some, I don't have the bag, but they're like grilled chicken nuggets at Costco, and they come in a massive bag. It's probably 3 to 5 pounds of chicken.
Least.
I mean, it's
at least
it's massive.
It's 2 weeks worth of chicken for like
and
one meal a day.
And it's delicious.
Yeah.
They're in the frozen section, which I'm typically not a frozen to fresh kind of person. I like, fresh meat every week. I kind of am weird about like freezing meat and then thawing it, and it just seems weird to me. I'm like, is that going to taste weird? It just
depends on what you get. It does vary depending on what you get.
Yeah,
So that's a trial and error thing. If you don't try, you're not going to know.
They're relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Children love them.
They do.
They're totally
2-year-olds.
grills. And adults.
And adults.
And you can use some sugar-free ketchup.
Yeah, it's like the closest thing to Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Yes.
Without it actually being Chick-fil-A nuggets.
They're really good. Really good.
And once again, way less the price. Like,
yeah. And I
huge
mean,
difference.
Y'all know, if you have gone out to eat since coming back from COVID, I don't know what happened. I swear everything got more expensive, or maybe my child is just eating more. I don't know.
Combo of both, probably.
It is so expensive to go out to eat, even to places like Chipotle. You know, we go there, it's like $24 for me and him to eat. $25, $27. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
No.
So it is a little bit of like math that you kind of have to figure out on, okay, if my lunches require 4 ounces or 5 ounces or 6 ounces, going in and having a plan, okay, if you know it's you and your spouse and then you've got, you know, kids that are going to want dinner, then you kind of calculate each person. Once you do it a couple of times, it's just like clockwork.
Yeah.
You just know, okay, so for this week for lunches, we're all eating chicken and we're all having this vegetable medley and whatever. And so I need 3.5 pounds of chicken to feed everybody for lunch, and then you don't have all this excess that you guys aren't eating. And then if somebody doesn't eat a meal, then you just came up.
Yep. Yeah. And really, it's just like you said. Once you do it a couple of times, you get some trial and error. It's so much easier. Right now, if you've never done it, it seems like it's a huge daunting task. Just go buy some. You're going to learn that, I mean, we all did it. We either overbought and we wasted groceries, or we underbought and we had to go get some other stuff. But without that trial and error, you're not going to find out.
And it also depends, like if you're at a different position in life where you cook or you don't like eating a full, like we cook for a full week.
The entire week.
And so it's already done. We don't have to think about what we're eating. We literally eat the same things. Like I changed the menu this week for the first time in like way too long. Like I've been on the same menu for way too long. And I know that. And it wasn't out of laziness. It was just out of like ease. Hey, I know exactly what I need. And I'm just going to rinse and repeat this thing. And then, you know, it saves time.
Yeah.
So, but this week I'm like, okay, you know, I'm sick of what I've been eating. It's going to be a little bit more at the grocery store because I'm now going to not eat sandwiches this week. So
which
now,
you can still eat and get your health and wellness goals. Okay. It happens.
Yes, it does. And mayonnaise. So no sandwiches this week, which means the grocery bill is going to be probably a little higher because I'm going to do, you know, a chicken dish and a ground beef dish. And so that means, okay, definitely going to pay for the ground beef versus some lunch meat.
But if you
and
think
bread.
about it this way, though, your body needs the different nutrients.
Absolutely.
If you just had sandwiches every day, in and out, nonstop, eventually your stomach's going to start to not feel too good. Like you're going to have some gut problems. So that's where mixing up what you have is going to be good for you. And it's not like you have to have these extravagant dishes. Like I probably rotate between 4 to 6 meals for my lunch and dinner. Like I know exactly 4 to 6 meals. If I have XYZ for whatever, then I go with that and I stick with that for a week. Then I'll move on to the next option and so on and such forth. So I just kind of rotate between those 6 options kind of consistently on a regular basis. So I'm not getting sick and tired of anything, and I'm not giving my body the exact same nutrients over and over to give it a chance to then be undernourished from other nutrients that I'm missing out. So you build a little mental catalog of 4 to 6 meals that you enjoy eating, and you just kind of rotate through them. And then every once in a while you're going to be like, I'm sick of every last bit of this. Okay, go buy the expensive steaks for that week. Go buy the expensive salmon or whatever it is. You eat that. You notice, hey, my grocery bill's up, but I really enjoyed that food. I'm ready to get back on the other thing. All right, great. Now you go back through your cycle of those 4 to 6 meals. Like, it's not that complicated.
Y'all cook fresh dinner every night.
So we cook the meat in advance.
Oh, okay.
But like the sweet potato fries or something like that, we do
veggies,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, we do that every night. But the meat is, once again, it's already advanced because then I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So one thing that, and this didn't get implemented because of like food. It just got implemented because my son decided that he wanted to learn how to cook. So on Tuesday nights, which is like, you've only had one really good day so far. You go through Tuesday, you're crushing it on your food. Tuesday nights, we cook a fresh meal. And it's usually something that is not, it's on the healthier side, but it's not something that I would ever put in meal prep. But it's kind of a nice little break midweek where I'm like, cool, I just got some steak and asparagus. Like, that was delicious. Last week was like pasta and shrimp, which I would never eat that, but it was delicious. And it was, I just like when I know what I'm cooking for dinner, it's easy for me to just kind of modify the day, the earlier day. Like, okay, well, if I know I'm going to have pasta, maybe I'm not going to eat my oatmeal this morning because I'm going to get these carbs tonight. So it's actually been a lot more laxed, and I super love that. Now, if you guys cook fresh dinner every night, that is a whole different, that's a whole different ball game. Like if you can creatively use the same meat, that would probably be a saver of money if you can use that same meat and just kind of do different sides and change it up a little bit.
And not only that, but like think of the stress. It's not like a huge stress by any means, but after a while, if you just having to cook every single day, like that's time consuming. That's time you're not going to get back. That's stress that you're adding because now you're like, oh, now I have to also go cook dinner. I've just worked my 8 to 10 hour shift. As soon as I get home, I got to go cook this food. Then I got to clean up the dishes. And then I got to do it, rinse and repeat every day, day in, day out.
Yeah.
Like that stress is gonna add up at some point.
Yeah, even if you are like at the point where you're meal prepping, you're a twice a weeker. If you can just buy all your groceries at one time, get that plan in place, it will help you so much to have that food ready to go. Then you have to cook it. There have been a time before where I bought the food and then I didn't cook it.
It happens. We've all done it.
It is like the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. We've all done
it. The cool thing is, though, if you get yourself in a situation where you're like, oh, I cooked and I have I have some extra meals, then you can just freeze them.
Yep.
You can freeze them and then thaw them out. Save them. So that's nice. And then a huge change for me that I made, I guess at the end of maybe a year ago, was I had just like would meal prep and keep them in huge containers and then serve myself every day. I would make my meals every day. Well, these guys were like, what are you doing? You are wasting your time. Like, do that ahead of time. So I finally got nice meal prep containers that are glass, and I love them. And then now I just weigh everything out ahead of time. So that way it's so simple. If I don't get to those meals, it's easy to just throw them in the freezer. I didn't waste that food or that money. I'm going to eat it the following week. Like, hey, actually I have these extra meals that, XYZ happened. So now I've got meals for Monday and Tuesday. Now when I go to the grocery store, I know that instead of needing 6 lunches, I only need 4.
Yep.
So then I've saved again on that week's grocery shopping. It's really just about having a plan. Like if you go into this totally blind, especially if you're feeding other people, which most people here are, then, it's just very difficult to do it blind.
Yeah, you're being reactive to your environment. Life is going to happen. You think, oh, once I get past this week of this thing going on, then I'll start doing that.
Yeah, I said that 6 years ago.
There's always something else. Like it never just, oh, I got past this event and now I never have another event ever in my entire life. No, there's always something else.
Sure.
If you just plan to know that there's always going to be something else, and instead of being reactive, be proactive, it goes so much easier because there's always going to be something. You have to be proactive.
Yeah.
I did a reel the other day. It said the same thing. Like, if you want to go buy a house, are you just going to start randomly saving and being reactive. Oh, I didn't spend this money, so I'll pull it. No, you're going to plan ahead to save X amount of money to go buy that house. If you have a big goal of changing the way you physically look, feel, whatever it is, health and wellness wise, that's a big goal. It's just like buying a house. It's just physical instead of just money wise. You have to be proactive in planning ahead and knowing what's coming in and out of your body. You have to do the work. You can't just be reactive. If you're listening to this and we've kind of got you, you're probably being reactive and not proactive, right? Right? Let's be honest there. It's tough. It sucks. But step one, have a day that you go get your groceries. Just like we're so in the matrix. It took, like, I've been doing this for 10 plus years. It took me till 6 months ago to realize not everybody goes and buys their groceries on one day. Like, I was like, that was new to me. I was like,
He forgot.
what?
Wait,
I mean,
people don't, and not everybody lives like this?
You don't just go buy your groceries on one day. You go every other day.
Yeah, that blew my mind too.
So step one, go and buy all of your groceries on one day. Now there's going to be some weeks here and there where you run out of something. That's fine. But the majority of the time, just buy it all in one day. And yes, you're going to overbuy or you're going to underbuy, but eventually you're going to get down into a system that kind of works for you. Then you figure out what day can you cook a good chunk of those meals.
You gotta cook them.
In advance.
Gotta cook them.
Not the day of, in advance.
Cook them and weigh them.
Yeah, it may not taste as great fresh, but most things nowadays heat up pretty well because they've grown into the cycle of, okay, we're going to reheat food, so things are kind of prepped knowing that. Because if you're trying to cook it all on the same day, 1, it's time consuming, 2, it's stressful, 3, you're probably going to be sick and tired at some point. Your willpower is going to be out the window and you're going to say, I'm going to order that pizza instead of cooking this food, right?
Yeah.
2 steps. Get your groceries one day, meal prep one day.
Or do it in the same day.
Those may be the same day for you.
They are typically the same day for me, and that's why the Instacart thing is super helpful. And if I know that I need to go in the grocery store and grab just a couple of things, like, oh, I need more yogurt, or I need, balsamic vinegar or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier to go in and just grab a couple things and be out rather than go spend an hour. And Instacart has this great marketing tool. At the end, after you shop, it says, you've saved 67 hours. And I'm like, thanks, Instacart. Way to make me feel just like I'm crushing it. Yeah, I'm like, man, what a great marketing tool. Good job, guys.
Nice.
Whoever thought of that.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. And also, like, have meal prep containers. If you don't have a place for your food to go,
once again, we're kind of caught in the matrix. It just seems like, oh, everybody's got that, right?
yeah,
No.
like, and you need extra ones.
Yes.
So you because they're gonna get dirty and dishes are gonna get behind, and then that's this whole other thing when you're like, oh my gosh, need to eat this meal so I can wash these dishes and da 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 da. Just get extras. Just invest in the meal. Like, I finally invested in nice meal prep. Well, actually, they were gifted. I asked for them for Christmas, and I got nice meal prep containers, and it has been such a game changer. Oh my gosh, the plastic ones, and the lid wasn't going on, and they were cheap and too much, and they didn't, you couldn't freeze them because they would get freezer burn. The nicer ones, they don't do that. So it's way better. That's a good investment if you are considering meal prepping and that's weird to you, you want fresh food.
Yeah.
So
Whatever. Save yourself some time and stress.
Yes.
Prep in advance.
Go to the store, prep in advance, get your containers, weigh out your food, and rinse and repeat until until you just are like, this is normal.
Yep. And maybe this concept right here just seems way out in left field. Like, I'm never going to be able to do that. Well, that's why they have coaches for that. We've both been doing this for quite some time now. We answer free questions all the dang time. All the time.
Yeah.
Ask us. We can show you a step-by-step. I mean, we basically laid it out to you. You could just rewatch this video. but we can also talk you through it. But don't try to go to the grocery store, get all your groceries in one stop for the very first time, and then cook it all in one stop for the very first time, and then try to weigh it out for the very first time. Like, just step by step, nice and easy, figure it out.
Yep.
If you've never prepped all of your food in advance, maybe that's just part of it. You just cook a bunch of food, and yeah, you may overcook or undercook. Just try it.
And even that part alone can feel overwhelming. So if you're cooking, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm cooking 3.5 pounds of meat. Like you feel like you're feeding an army. You're like, I'm going to eat all of this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But once you do it, after a while, you're like, oh, okay. Like this is just, it's just prepping me for cooking Thanksgiving or something.
Yep. Right.
It does become less weird.
Yeah. And my recommendation is just start with one meal.
Yeah.
Don't start with 3 meals a day for the next week. Just start with breakfast. Do whatever you've been doing for lunch and dinner. Start with breakfast.
The cool thing I think about my breakfast, usually I'll keep the same breakfast for about 4 months, and then I'll get tired of it, and then I'll change it. And there's only like, I don't know, a handful of breakfasts that I eat.
Yeah.
But breakfast is like the easiest thing to take care of. Like for me, breakfast every day for several months has been a bagel with a little bit of butter on it, a yogurt cup, and then some oatmeal with some PB Fit.
Yep.
Every day.
That's fine.
It's delicious.
You rotate that for the next 4 months, then you have the next thing that kind of sounds good. You just stick with that for the next 4 months. Breakfast is one of those meals that you can't eat the same thing every single day for months, maybe even years, and it's not going to upset your stomach because there's just not that much variety in breakfast anyways. It's lunch and dinners that you got to mix up a little bit more. But yeah, find a breakfast that you enjoy. Eat it for the next week or two. See if you get tired of it. If you do, okay, find something else. If not, okay, great. You've just found your breakfast for the next 4 to 6 months, potentially a year, which is what I do. I just don't get tired of it. I enjoy it. But start with one meal. Then once you got breakfast down, okay, great. Now figure out what you're going to do for lunch. Once you get a couple of lunches down, okay, then figure out what you're going to do for dinner, so on and so forth.
Yeah, if you are feeling stuck in whatever situation, if you've got kid stuff, work stuff, like summer's about to be here, the kids are going to be home, it's going to be mayhem. So if you are struggling with like finding a new routine or a new schedule, hit us up, message us. We would love to help you or answer any questions free of charge. We want to help. So just shoot it over. It's amazing how much of a difference it will make in your lifestyle and your nutrition and just getting a better balance, like sometimes I'll be like, okay, like it's time to switch up your veggies. Like you need something else. I'm like, okay, fine. All right. Well, here we go. I know, but I just haven't done it, but I just needed the little nudge to be like, hey bro, it's time for something else.
It's time.
So even, we all need help. We all need help. We all need assistance.
Coaches
but
too.
If you have not checked out Instacart and you hate grocery shopping, I definitely recommend that. It's a big time saver, and really it helps me not to spend extra by going like, oh, well we'll get these and we'll get these and we'll get this.
How
and
they get you.
Yeah, I mean Instacart kind of does that, but it's much easier to say no.
Yep.
Online than it is when it's looking at you, and you're like, oh, do I need those cookies?
Oh, those cookies and those Oreos.
Yeah, don't get me down the Little Debbie aisle. I still love that aisle.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want everything.
Anyways, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Gentlemen.
You guys are awesome. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day,
Happy
mamas.
Mother's Day.
Gentlemen, don't forget, it's Mother's Day.
Don't you forget.
Don't forget. Go celebrate them.
Yep.
They be working hard.
All right. Thanks for having us. And once again, if y'all have questions, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Have a great day. Peace.